I'm Mohammad Nazim Awan. I'm the co-founder and director of Holy Land Dates Limited. It's a business we set up in 2016, and next year will be our 10-year anniversary. So we import primarily Palestinian products from Palestine, a range of products from dates to oil to za'atar to soaps, kafirs, you name it, we do it. In 2014, friends and family said they wanted to travel somewhere. So I'm a lawyer, that's my daytime trade. My wife's a doctor, so it was a like-minded group of people. And I decided, let's go to Palestine. Wasn't sure why at that time, of course. Always knew bits about Palestine, but not to the detail I know now. So we went in 2014, a group of around 40 of us, and fell in love. And that was it. That started a love story with Palestine. And we thought, let's do something. So mashallah, there are many charities doing great work for Palestine, but we wanted to come at it from a different angle. So we wanted to support the businesses of Palestine. So kind of a motto became, or a strapline was, through trade, not just aid. So support the businesses. So particularly when there's times of conflict, a lot of the people who visit Palestine no longer visit. So the streets become emptied. And those businesses that survive upon tourism are now struggling. So we wanted to do something to try and bridge that gap. So we support many small-scale farmers and small-scale businesses in Palestine, bring their products to the UK so that they don't fall into the unfortunate position of having to be zakat dependent. While conflicts are on, businesses are very quiet. So we want to try and support them through that process. We travel to Palestine in good times, at least every 3 to 4 months. That's our objective. And we're traveling, we just returned in August of last year. We were going in November, then flights got cancelled because of the ongoing conflict. So inshallah, we're going to travel in June, then again in August, and again in September. And we meet our supply chain on every trip. So in the good times, at least 4 or 5 trips a year, I'd meet the supply chain in every aspect that we do. I speak to them at least once a week, twice a week. Many of them have become good friends. In 10 years of trading, we've developed a great relationship. In fact, pre-October the 7th, we were bringing all our suppliers from Palestine to the UK to do a UK tour, to introduce the UK to them. For this reason that you've just asked, which is authenticity, genuineness. How can we be sure that the product is Palestinian? Well, here you go. We wear it on our sleeve. So you can ask me any question you want about any of our products. Not only can I answer every single question, I can take you there as well and show you, so you get that full feeling and connection. I'd say, first of all, we're in a very privileged position because both my wife and I are not dependent upon Holy Land Dates. We have our day jobs that allowed us to do this. And we've been very privileged to be in positions of professions where we can give back to communities. So having that genuineness, that authenticity, having that connection and ensuring that we're as ethical as can be, it's really important. It's important in our professional careers, so why shouldn't we transfer that into what has become a lovely vocation for us? And we kind of put the challenge out there that we will go in the civil sense, toe-to-toe with anybody to demonstrate what our ethics are. And we take it to the next level, which is to say, come with us. We're not afraid to tell you who we buy from. We're not concerned that you'll go and buy from them directly. Bismillah, do it. That's our whole focus, to get more people buying products from Palestine, whether that's through us or others, but make sure they're Palestinian. I'm not aware of any passion project that doesn't do that. I'll tell you why. If you're genuinely passionate about it because you want to help people, it will work. My driving force behind Holy Land Days isn't to line my pockets, far from it. The objective is always support the people we buy from in Palestine. Secondly, support the people who work for me. And then latterly, if there's anything left, great. But it's never been the driving force for money. And I think that's a key feature. If your driving force is money, which is not a bad thing, then maybe you sometimes might be focused more on something else rather than what we are. Passion for me is supporting Palestine. And passion for me is supporting the projects we do in Palestine. Passion for me is making sure what we do is Palestinian when we say it's Palestinian. So one of the ways, I suppose, in getting the message across about what we do is teaming up with partnerships. So building those partnerships. So for example, just very recently we did an event with Sheikh Omar Suleiman. Why was that important? Because it allows us to showcase Palestine through somebody who's so well respected in the world. We do tours to Palestine on a regular basis. Why? A connection of people to Palestine, connection of people to our products, and kind of making ambassadors for Holy Land Dates through people traveling and visiting Palestine. It is juggling. It requires team effort and it requires people doing different tasks. Between us as a family, we all pull in, we pull our sleeves up, roll up our socks, get on with it, and it just has to be done. It's a northern grit and a northern spirit. You just have to do it at times, and it is tiring, it's exhausting at times, and for me, I'm aging now, so it's even more challenging. But I love it. I mean, it comes back to your point about passion projects. This is a passion project, one that is now a sustainable business, an ethical business, one that supports so many families through what we do. So bring it on. I think one of the key features is to try and make it engaging. So there are aspects to what we do which engage a particular audience. So the dates, the oils, but to try and bring the youth on board, they need something different. So it's one of the reasons we started all the Palestinian merchandise that we do. It's very much that market, maybe 15 to 30, 18 to 40, that sort of bracket. We then wanted to take it to another generation, so now we've introduced younger clothing, aged 3 and 4, up to about, as I say, to mid-20s, early 30s, early 40s. So it's trying to keep it very much in the now, so trying to keep people engaged generationally, so from young children to teenagers to young adults and then to people of my age. So there's something in there for everybody. I think what we've seen is a lot of businesses take advantage of the situation. It's sad to see. One of the things that I've noticed is that many more businesses started to sell Palestinian merchandise, Palestinian products. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, far from it. The more products that support or originate from Palestine and support people in Palestine, great. Even if you're making things outside of Palestine but proceeds are supporting Palestine, that's fantastic. Taking advantage of a situation, I hope nobody's done that. I mean, it happens sadly, but I hope nobody's done that. We have certainly seen an acceleration in demand for our products. In part because of what's going on in Gaza, yes, of course, but also I think as well because we've stayed true to our core principles. We didn't increase our social media footprint when the massacre started in Gaza. We've continued on the same steady process and we haven't taken advantage of what's taken place. In fact, some have said that we haven't done enough and we should have been doing more because we were maybe at the pinnacle of where we could have pushed more and more, but we didn't want to because it can seem a little bit insensitive at times. So it was very important that we maintained the platform that we were on, and education is a key facet of what we do. So encourage people to get involved, but let them understand the story, the journey. And yes, uptake in products naturally, particularly I think the biggest uptake has been the keffiyeh, because that's become a sign of resistance. So when the demonstrations are taking place, lots of people want to wear the keffiyeh, and we've been very proud to sell it. I think first and foremost, it is recognition of the hard work that's been put in by people without being arrogant. We don't need to. In other words, there's not a financial gain in this. It's not a financial drive. We do it because of the love for Palestine. I'm taking your words, passion project, because that's what it is. I've taken everybody on this journey from family to friends because we love what we do. Why should we win this? I think, first of all, it's a real resounding pat on the back for everyone who's been involved in the Holy Land Dates team. And that is important because often people who do great work, I'm not including me in this, I'm including saying the team, they don't get recognised. Yes, they do by me and I'm always thanking them and I'm very grateful to them. But actually to get wider recognition is important because it gives them the impetus to continue what they're doing, number one. Number two, and I say this with confidence, I don't think there's another company out there that has the same ethics and authenticity that we have. And I say it for this reason, again, not as a level of arrogance, that I want to get better and improve. So if there are those who are better at what we do, then tell me, because I want to match that and I want to exceed that. So we're very open and transparent. If you say to me, where do your products come from A to Z, I'll show you. If you want authenticity, I'll show you. If you want to come with me to Palestine, I'll take you there. So that's really important to us. And I'm not sure there are many businesses who would go to that length and that measure. And last but not least, I suppose, is the biggest part of this. Ultimately, what we do is for the sake of Allah, of course, is to support the people of Palestine. And I don't think there's many organisations who do the wholesale round trip in the way we do it. The tours, the products, and the donations. I think the important thing is persevere. You know, we've had lots of issues along this journey, many issues from a variety of spectrums, and we've just stayed strong. Our principles haven't changed. We've got things wrong, yeah, of course we have, and we've learned from them. And we still make mistakes, but we learn from them. We then ask people to guide us, to make us better in what we do. So it's a learning curve all the way through, but don't give up. If it really is something you want to do, then get on with it. There'll be people left, right and centre telling you something different or trying to take things from you. Just get on with it, you have to.